Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 10 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 maths and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter quadratic equation. The lessons we are going to cover are complete a function table, quadratic functions, graph quadratic functions in vertex form, and transformations of quadratic functions. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is complete a function table, quadratic functions. Here I am on grade 9 maths. Chapter we're working on is quadratic equations. The lesson is complete a function table, quadratic functions. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, complete the table. So we are given the function. The function is f of w equals w square minus 4w. So here is the function. Basically what you have to do, you are given the different values of w. You have to calculate f of w. Got it? Basically you need to replace these values in the place, replace the w with all these values one by one. Let's start with the negative one. So first you have to replace the w with negative 1, both w's. Got it? So it would be, and then solve, it would be 1. That means when w equals negative 1, f of negative 1 is 5. Got it? Then the second one is 0. Replace the f with the 0. See, here you replace the w with 0, it would be then 0. That means when w is 0, f of w is 0. Got it? The next one is you have to calculate for w equals 1. So just replace the 1 in the function the same way you replaced 0. So then that means when when w is 1, f of w is negative 3. Got it? When w equals 2, f of w equals negative 4. So here, that's how you have to complete the table. Let's just do the second one on the board. You have the function given, that is u square plus 4 because I think explaining the already solved question is very difficult task. That's why I always prefer to solve and then explain. Okay, so you have u negative 3, negative 2, negative 1 and 0. So you have to calculate the f of u for these values. Got it? Let's just start with the first value. You have to replace the u with negative 3. Got it? So just replace the u with, it would be then f negative 3. It would be negative 3 square plus 4 and negative 3. Got it? So negative 3 square is 3 times 3 is 9. So it would be 9. Got it? And 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So 9 negative 12 is negative 3. That means when u is negative 3, f of u is also negative 3. Got it? Then you have to do the same thing with the rest of the values. F of negative 2, just replace the u with negative 2 square and plus 4 times negative 2. So negative 2 square is 4 and 4 times 2 is negative 8. Got it? So 4 times negative 8 is 4, negative 8 is negative 4. So here you have negative 4. Got it? Then you have to do the same thing for f negative 1. It would be negative 1 square plus 4 times negative 1. So negative 1 square is 1 and negative 4, 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So here you have negative 3. Then you have to calculate f of 0. So it would be 0 plus 4 times 0, that would be 0. So that means when u is 0, f of u is also 0. That's how you have to complete the tables. Got it? For each value, you have to replace the value in the value of the u in the function, and you have to calculate the f of u. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions so that we can do more and more practice questions. Got it? Okay, the first one is f of r equals r square minus 5r, f of r equals r square minus 5r, and the values we are given is 0, 1, 2, 3. You have to calculate r for 0, 1, 2, and 3. We have to calculate f of r. Let's just start with 0. So replace the r with 0. Got it? It would be f of 0 is 0 square minus 5 times 0. 0 square is 0 and 5 square is 5 times 0 is 0. So it would be r is 0, f of r is 0. Now just replace it with 1. It would be 1 square minus 5 times 1. It would be 1 minus 5. Got it? 1 minus 5 is negative 4. That means when r is 1, f of r is negative 4. Got it? Then f of 2. It would be 2 square minus 5 times 2. 2 square is 4 and 4 minus 10 is negative 6. That means when x is r is 2, f of r is negative 6. The next one is f of 3. So just replace 3 square minus 5 times 3. 3 square is 9. 5 minus 3 is 15. So 15 minus 9 is negative 6. Got it? So here is the values. They are 0, negative 4, negative 6, and negative 6. So second option is the correct option. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Got it? Okay, the next one is the next one is 2q square. F of q equals 2q square, and you have to calculate the values for negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, just replace the q with the value. Got it? Just start with the negative 1. So f of negative 1 is 2 times negative 1 square. So square of the negative number is always positive, so it would be 2. So here you have 2. Now f of 0. So it would be 2 times 0, 0, 0 multiplied by any number is 0. So here you have 0. Then f of 1. So it would be 2 times 1 square. 1 square is 1. So 1 times 2 is 2. So it would be 2. Then f of 2. So replace the q with a 2. It would be 2 and 2 square. 2 square is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So it would be 8. Got it? So that means the values are 2, 0, 2 and 8. Got it? They are 2, 0, 2, 8. The second option is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is f of g equals g square negative 1, 0, 1, 2. It is, I think, okay, it's just g square, not 2g square. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2. So just replace the g with negative 1. Sorry, it would be f of negative 1. So square of the negative number is always positive, so it would be 1. F of 0. 0 square is always 0. Here you have 0. F of 1. 1 square is 1. So here you have 1. F of 2. So 2 square is 4. So the values are 1, 0, 1, 4. Got it? So the values are 1, 0, 1, 4. Got it? 1014. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is f of q equals q square minus 1. F of q equals q square minus 1. And the values q are negative 3, negative 1, 1, 3. Negative 3, negative 1, 1, and 3. You have to calculate f of q. Got it? So just replace the q with the values. Let's start with negative 3. F of negative 3 equals negative 3 square minus 1. It would be 9 minus 1, that is 8. So here you have 8. Then f of negative 1, it would be negative 1 square and minus 1. It would be 1 minus 1, that would be 0. Then f of 1 is, I think, also 0. 1 square minus 1, yes, that would be again 0. Then f of 3, it would be 3 square minus 1. 3 square is 9 and 9 minus 1 is 8. Got it? That means the values are 8008. Got it? So the correct option is option number 2, 8008. Got it? Okay, the next one is f of d square, d equals d square plus 4d. F d equal, it would be -3, -2, -1 and 0. Okay, let's just start with -3. F of -3, it would be -3 square plus 4 times -3. So -3 square is 9 and minus 12. 9 minus 12 is -3. So here you have -3. Got it? Okay, then f of -2. -2 square plus 4 times -2 would be 4 and minus 8, it would be -4. Here you have -4. Then f of -1, it would be -1 square plus 4 times -1. That would be 1 minus 4, -3 it is. Got it? Then replace with a 0. 0 is 0. So it would be -3, -4, -3 and 0. Got it? The second option is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is graph quadratic functions in vertex form. So let's just start with the next lesson, that is graph quadratic function in vertex form. Okay, let's just start with the first example. Graph the function f of x equals to x square. We have to plot the vertex, then plot another point on the parabola. If you make a mistake, you can, okay. So basically what you have to do to graph the parabola, first find the vertex. You have to calculate the vertex first. Got it? So vertex is a times, the vertex is f of, the equation in the vertex form is, the vertex form of the parabola is y equals a times x minus h whole square plus k. The vertex form of the parabola is, wait, let me just write it down on the board. The vertex form of the parabola is y equals a times x minus h square plus k. So basically h and k are the vertex here. Got it? So what you have to do, just look at the equation y equals to x square. Write the equation in the form like a times x minus h square plus k. So that means here in this case the vertex is 0, 0. Got it? So now look for another point in the parabola with integer or half integer coordinates. One such point is 1 over 2, 1 over 2. Got it? So you have to look for another point that would be half and half. When x is half, y is half. Got it? Because when x equals 1 by 2, y equals 1 by 2. You can just see and it y equal, the function is y equals to x square. So just replace the x with 1 over 2. So it would be 2 times 1 over 2 square. That would be 2, 1 over 4. It would be 2 times 1 over 1. So that means when x equals to y equals 1 over 2, you have to select any point on the parabola. Got it? So now one point and the vertex, you have to use these 2 points, just join these and form a parabola. Got it? So this is basically the parabola. Got it? Here is a parabola is a graph of a quadratic polynomial. What is parabola? Basically, the parabola is like the graph of the quadratic polynomial. Got it? The vertex form of a parabola that opens upward is y equals a times x minus h whole square plus k. The vertex is h and k. If a is greater than 0, the parabola opens upward, and if a is less than 0, the parabola opens downward. Got it? Okay, graph the function f of x equals x square. Okay, you have to form the equation. So first of all, you have to calculate the vertex. So again, in this case, the vertex is 0, 0. Got it? You have to just rewrite the equation in the form x minus 0 whole square plus 0. So in the case, the vertex is 0, 0. Got it? That means the graph is passing through the origin. Then you have to select any point that would be 1 and 1. You have to put the any point x and you have to calculate the value why that would be 1 and 1. So you can form the parabola using these 2 points. Got it? Okay, let's just see the next example because I think this lesson don't have any test questions. Okay, the next one is graph the function f of x equals 7x squared. So you just rewrite the equation in the vertex form of the equation. Then you can find the vertex in this case is again 0 and 0. Got it? You can f equals 7 equals x minus 0 whole square plus 0. That means the vertex is 0. Now you can select any point. Let's see here you have x is 1, so then y is 7. Use 1 and 7, these 2 points, and form the parabola. Here is the point 1, 7 and here is the parabola. Got it? Let's see if we have the practice questions, but here you have written just tutorial only. That means they don't have any practice question. Let's see. Okay, graph the function f of x equals 3x squared. Okay, so you have f of x equals 3x squared, but let's just do, we have to write down the equation in the vertex form. It would be y equals 3 times x minus 0 whole square plus 0. That means h and k, the vertex is 0 and 0. Got it? And you can find any 2 points. Let's suppose x equals 1. It would be 3 times 1 square. 3 times 1 is 3, so it would be 3. That means when x is 3, y is 3. Use these 2 points and form the parabola. Here you have 0, 0. X is 1, y is 3. So basically these are the 2 points. You can just join these 2 points and form the parabola. It looks like this. Got it? This is the parabola. Okay, you have to click to learn. Okay, so we don't have the practice question here. You can find the lesson on the book and do the practice questions as many as you can. Got it? Let's just move on to the next question. If you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Let's just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is transformations of the quadratic function. So let's just start with the next lesson. So basically, we have to learn now the transformations. So how do we perform the transformations? So let's start with the first example. Find g of x, where g of x is the translation 4-unit up of f of x equals x squared. So basically, we can make four types of the transformations. They are the translation h unit left, translations h units right, translate k unit up, like right, left, up and down. We can do four types of translation. Got it? So when we are transforming left and right, you have to add h to f of x plus h. Got it? When you are doing the translation to k, like you are adding up and you are moving up and down, then you have to add f of x plus k. Got it? You have to add k to the function. But in the case you have to add x to the h. Got it? Left and see here you have, when you are moving the functions left and right, you have to add or subtract h from x. Got it? But when you are moving the graph up and down, you have to add or subtract k to hold the function. Got it? Like here you have to move 4-unit up, so it would be f of x equals x square. You have to add 4 to x square. Got it? Okay, the next one is g of x, where g of x is the translation 8-unit down. So for the down, you have to subtract. So it would be x square minus 8. Got it? Okay, the next one is translation down 5 units. So for the down, you have to subtract. So it would be, the function is x square. So the translation would be x square minus 5. Got it? Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, find g of x, where g of x is translation 8-unit up. So it is translated 8-unit up. That means you have to add. Got it? It would be, f of x equals x square plus 8. Got it? For the up translation, you always have to add. So it would be f of x equals x square plus 8. Got it? So option number 1 is the correct option. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation of f of x equals x squared. So again, you have to translate up. So to translate up, that means you have to add. So it would be option number 1, x squared plus 5 is the correct option. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 10 unit up of f of x equals x squared. So you have to add 10. Got it? Because that function is translated 10 unit up, so you have to add 10. So it would be x squared plus 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. It would be x squared plus 10. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 3 units down of f of x equals x squared. So that is a translation 3 unit down. That means you have to subtract. So it would be x squared minus 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. That would be x squared minus 3. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 1 unit down. So when the translation is 1 unit down you have to subtract, and when the translation is up you have to add. So it would be square minus 1. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 9 unit down. So the translation is 9 unit down. That means you have to subtract now. So it would be x square minus 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. It would be f of x equals x square minus 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 5 unit down. So the translation is 5 unit down. That means you have to subtract 5. So it would be x square minus 5. F of x equals x square minus 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 6 units down. So the translation is 6 unit down. That means you have to subtract 6. So it would be f of x equals x square minus 6. So second option is the correct option. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 4 unit down of f of x equals x square. So you have to translate 4 unit down. That means you have to subtract. So it would be f of x equals x square minus 4. So option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is find g of x, where g of x is the translation 7 unit up. So it is the translation 7 unit up. That means you have to add. So it would be f of x equals x square plus 7. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we're working on grade 10 maths. The chapter we are working on is quadratic equations, and the lesson we have covered today are complete a function, table quadratic functions, graph a quadratic function in vertex form, and the one we just completed is transformations of quadratic functions. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.